Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought you could be so much more? You know you have to be the best you, the person that you are proud of. It's like we have this inner sense of being more, like untouched potential. But for some reason, we just keep letting ourselves down because we don't want to go for that version of ourselves. Like, what are we scared of? Are we scared of being judged? Are we scared of failing? Don't we owe it to ourselves to see the best? I have these feelings too, and each year I keep saying, this is going to be the year of change. And I always keep failing because I stopped realizing my goal. It's so sad because we can't even put our own selves first. But now I'm in a point of my life where the change is necessary. It needs to happen. I had a list saved on my phone for a couple years now saying how to change your life in a year. So why not start now? If you want to change your life for the better, then I think you should watch this video. Listen to the points and let's start this journey together. Now, the first thing on our list is going to be create a vision. Having a vision means that we have a clear sense of purpose. It means that we have a much larger picture of our business or our lives than simply just setting and reaching short-term goals and tackling problems as they come along. Visions are driven by passion and dreams, and they are reflected through real efforts to create real results. This sounds deep, right? Like it sounds like it came from a book, like it was quoted by some great athlete or philosopher. But the thing is, I found it on Instagram. Shocking, right? For some reason, this post just popped up again when I needed it most, when I needed some structure in my life, when I needed to transform or make this change. And it's simple because without a vision, where is your journey leading? Where are you putting all this hard work and effort into? What is the supreme goal that controls all your daily tasks? Like, what is the end point? Try your best to have your visions not being surface level, to be shallow, like I want to be rich. Like, what is rich? What level do you think rich is? Do you want to be a millionaire? Do you want to be a billionaire? Do you want to be rich in the fact that you have health and wealth and time on your hands? Or do you want to have a lot of money but no time? What is your vision? Make it be realistic. Make your vision have depth. My vision right now is structured around business, and not for the thought of saying I want a business to make money, but it's something that I want to have as a goal that I accomplish in life, a hurdle that I want to defeat or a hurdle that I want to get over, and that's just how I am. I set some goals and I work at them every day because that is something that's going to put me in a better place. It's going to make me develop a sense of purpose, as it says. So after you have your vision with depth and meaning and something that's going to pull you out of the gutter, your X marks the spot on the treasure map. Now you have to get the tools to get there. And to get these tools, you have to do a life audit. Doing a life audit is crucial for pinpointing where to make adjustments and jumpstart your new journey. Start by figuring out where you are in the 8 pillars of life. And according to the post, the 8 pillars are health, finances, personal development, career, relationships, self-care, home life, and free time. Now, what changes would make the biggest impact in each area of your life? Now, this is going to be a little daunting because this is the part where people tend to lie to themselves. Because now you have to look at your flaws and look at the areas where you're failing and the areas that you need to improve on and really state how you can fix them. And we tend to say that, oh, we are okay, but there's always room for improvement. So let me start with mine. So first on the list for me is health. And at the beginning of the year, I was weighing around 198 pounds. Yes, little old me was a big old me. Now I'm currently at 180 pounds, but that's not my end goal because I'm still not eating to the best to optimize my health. So what do I need to do to improve this? Well, I need to develop a plan to exercise more and to buy proper foods at the supermarket and not fill up the house of snacks and tend to buy a lot of snacks when you're out on the road. Buy things that can contribute to your health and buy foods to optimize my quality of life. Second on my list is going to be finances. And you may think, oh, this guy does personal finance on YouTube. He's supposed to fix his own finances. I am not the best when it comes to it. I try to invest and I try to save, but I can always do better. I can always use more discipline and somebody with more knowledge. I currently invest anywhere from 20 to 30% of my income. I need to improve that to at least 50%. I also need to make a structured budget and track my spending religiously. I also also need to use a financial advisor more and learn more about the market. Now this one is a punch in the gut because you're admitting that you don't know it all. You're not the best when it comes in the finance space, and that's okay. I have accepted that reality because I want to be one of the top dogs in this space, and in order to be a top dog in an industry, you have to learn, you have to keep on learning, and you have to take advice from people who are higher than you on that scale. I also came up with a number that I need to make monthly and steps in how to improve my income over time. Now this is where big changes can happen in anybody's life, and this is when we implement personal development. And this is huge because most times we don't have that accountability to get from point A to point B if there's not a structured system or somebody forcing us. Chances are, if you're doing this by yourself, you would tend to slack off because we aren't good motivators of ourselves. So one of my goals is to build my personal brand. But in order to build my personal brand, I have to build my knowledge in certain areas. Now for the other pillars in your life, your career, your relationships, self-care, home life, and free time, that's up to you. How do you structure, or how do you build a plan that can help to improve those sectors of your life? You are legit a business and these are your KPIs. How well can you optimize these to have a better 8 pillars in your life? So after the probing and auditing of our life, we have to change our mindset, and that is number 3. And I said this on Instagram the other day, and this is where I got that quote from. Your mindset is what sets the tone for everything you do in your life. Changing your mindset is what will change your life. What we think and what we believe is what we act upon. Change your perspective. From now on, anytime anything negative happens, instead of feeling like a victim, ask yourself, what can you control or change? Now, mindset is a hell of a thing, because if you've watched the likes like Kobe Bryant and Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, you would see that they are the top G's. They are the pinnacle of what they do in their respected discipline. How many of us will be earning that amount of money, have those luxuries in life, all those cars, all the houses, and still go on the field each day and put your 110%? Like, they don't have to do that. They already made it. But what is the differentiating factor that makes them number one? Their mindset. Oftentimes we fail tasks. Yes, the task hard, but John Brown down the road passed that task. They're brighter than you. John Brown don't have more money than you. In fact, John Brown's life may be harder than you. So why didn't you pass? You had less hurdles in the way. John Brown had more hurdles, but he still passed because his mindset was stronger. He knew what he wanted. Now it's up to us to reprogram our mindset. Instead of thinking that this person is born with the skill, think about how can I develop this skill to be as good or even better than this person? How can I improve my mind to think that challenges are good instead of fearing them? It's all about reprogramming yourself. It's all about getting to that task. It's all about changing the way you attack problems. Once you have your vision, then the fog lifts and your roadmap becomes clearer. But nobody's going to drive the car for you. You've got to put in the work to achieve your own goals and change your own life. Consistent daily practice is how you're going to make this change happen. A perfect analogy of this is, if you want to lose weight, if you just worked out hard for 10 hours, just one day out of your whole life, that's not going to make any difference in your weight loss journey. That's just one day. You have to be consistent. You have to be like 3 days a week. You have to put in the work. That's how consistency leads to success. So my little note is this: create an action plan of daily objectives that will lead you to accomplish your greater vision. So remember, number one, that vision we had to create, like our end goal. This is the reason that we want to change. This is going to be our roadmap, your vision. And what I've realized is, if you pack your to-do list of a lot of busy tasks, then you tend not to get anywhere. You have to concentrate that list in order to get to your vision. It has to be a condensed list of your priorities. Number 5 is going to be design your environment for success. If you want to change your life, you aren't the only thing that has to change. Your environment has to change too. For example, if you always hang around negative thinking friends, you'll tend to believe the limitations they are setting for you. However, if you hang out with other doers and people who want to see you have success, there's a much higher chance that you will. So what I'm going to do is create an optimal space. Network with people who are in a position that you want to be in or a space that you want to be a part of. Also, remove distractions from your home and your current lifestyle. Cancel unwanted, unproductive habits and build proper, healthy habits. Now, this is something that I preach a lot on Instagram, and it's about furthering your knowledge. Build new skills and improve upon the ones that you already have. Nothing will change your life faster than building new skills. Prince Daniel on Instagram always says that, yes, on year 1, you won't know anything, but if you build that skill over 5 to 10 years, then you will be an expert in that field. Dedicate your time during the day, during the night, during your free time to build that skill set. Learn them by books, videos, podcasts, courses, and conversations. But the most important thing with any skill is don't forget to physically practice them. Because if you don't practice it, you lose it, just like mathematics. So these are my notes. 1 course at a time and give it your undivided attention. Have time blocks throughout the day and practice those skills after every session. Too often, we just jump on Coursera or Udemy or YouTube and we start a bunch of courses, and a lot of times our mind just switch from this to that to this. I am a prime example of this because sometimes when I'm learning things, I'm learning 10 different things at once and I end up leading nowhere and stop them all. So the change is stick to one area, learn that one skill, and just complete it and make sure to practice it after every session. Lastly, at the end of the list, when all is done and said, all we have to do is enjoy the process. The whole point of this exercise is to change. That means your thoughts, your behaviors, in addition to your surroundings, will change throughout the year. You may realize that what you sought out to make the change for isn't what you really want anymore. The most important thing is just being consistent, learn, and enjoy the process. Now, I honestly hope that people don't just get motivated and just forget about this challenge. I hope that if you really want a change in your life, that you would dedicate yourself to this list, you would actually follow it and develop something for yourself. Because at the end of the day, I'm not the only one that wants success from this. I also want to see you guys change your life and be the best that you can be in this society. Because this society is daunting and draining, but we owe it to ourselves to be the best that we can be. So in summary, let's be the change that we want to see. Anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sharing, and subscribing to this channel. And until next time, this is Demetress Fairman saying happy investing.